ready to take off on a journey to both Podfest movement evolutions and to NAB. I'm going to show you my road case and what I have in it, what we take to shows. Now, this is going to be a little bit interesting because I know one of the questions I always get is why did I choose Nanuk? This is a Nanuk 935 SA opposed to Pelican, and you'll kind of see why in the very first part. So here we go. Let me show you what we got going on here. One of my favorite things about this particular case is I love the single hand operation and the latches are not super noisy. When you open Pelicans or SKBs, you just hear and just makes a lot of noise. So first we're going to get into just accessories I have over here because it'll be easier to put it back. So right off the top, there's a Thunderbolt 5 cable. You'll see why that comes into play. And then right here, I have the cord that goes to the Thunderbolt 5 dock. Now, this particular Thunderbolt 5 dock is exactly the same look and feel as the Thunderbolt 4 version. Is just faster. And that's because we're using Mac Minis, which you'll see in a second. So this is the Thunderbolt 5 dock and the power cord that goes with that. Now, you'll see two random little power bricks down here, and those power bricks are for the monitors in case I need it, but the way I have it set up, I shouldn't need those. These are two Logitech Pebble mice, and these are Thunderbolt cables that are braided in an HDMI cable, and these are the little rubber feet for the bottom of the dock so it doesn't slide around. Sorry, the hub. There's a massive difference between a dock and a hub, so we don't want to crisscross the names and confuse you more. I have an extra set of HDMI cables here that are brand new, and that's it, right? So these are the HDMI cables that work with the monitor. They have the one small end and the one big end, right? The one HDMI mini, not micro, and then regular HDMI. And the rest are just some audio cable things like you always need one of these. I always throw extras when I have them. These are TSA approved gun locks, and you'll see how these work in a second because after I finish this video, I'll lock it up. I have my Anchor 6-in-1. This guy puts out 140 watts. I got USB power from the front in both A and C. And these look like they don't pop out, but they pop out when you press them in. Put that right here. This is my MiFi. See how well I can do that with one hand. Sorry, there we go. There's my MiFi. That will allow me to connect to the interweb when I'm there. I have an audio extension cable, headphone cable in case I need to do something. I need a little bit of extra space. I have a Y splitter in case I want to shoot a podcast and I need the other person to hear what I'm hearing. So I can connect two sets of headphones. These are the power cables for the minis. And then there are a couple of Camlink capture cards and another audio guide there. M4 Mac Minis, one. Let's move these off to the side. And then move the power cables with it. M4 Mac Mini number 2. This is a recycled Amran case, but inside here is, and come on, one-handed zipper game, you got it. This is the Osbot Tiny 2 Lite that's living in here. I just keep it in here, so keep it a little bit more protective. Come out. There we go. Osbot Tiny 2 Lite, perfect on the road camera. Just works like magic. And then these are Logitech Pebble keyboards. Inexpensive, super light, runs on regular batteries, and easy to replace if you have a problem. So there we go. There's a Logi keyboards, one for each mini. Those mice go with it. Underneath there, I hide the power cord to the Anchor and an extra USB cable that will connect a camera to the setup. I have a small piece of, say, 1/2-inch protective foam. I might go skinnier, more density. Underneath here, I have 2 monitors. These monitors are the UPerfect 2K 16-inch, like that. There you go. Really good monitors. They're not too expensive. They put out amazing picture quality. Number one reason why I like these is they are bright. Very, very bright. But this thing is super easy to pack up. If you make an idea of how you want every stuff, you can put things back exactly so you don't have to fight. It's not every time you go to pack your stuff, it's not a massive challenge. You just want to make it super easy on yourself. So think about that when you're picking your gear, when you're picking your case. Think about how easy you can situate everything, put it sort of back in order. Let me zip this up, try the one-hand game again. Oh, that's better. This is a comedy. Okay, there we go. So that's better. Tuck those in. Grab your keyboard cases. I'm going to eventually make a better case for these keyboards. Actually, Katie, who is our marketing manager, she loves to crochet. I told her to crochet some socks for the minis and for the keyboards because that would just look better and fit better in this case. I just kept the papers that it came with, but as you can see, doing this with one hand is somewhat of a challenge. Super easy when you got two hands. But let's get this back in there. Bingo bango. Power cords make good separators. The power cords make good separators between the two Macs. One of them decided to loosen up a little bit, but you just twirl it in there. Give it a little smudge. And then we're good to go. Throw the cam links in the middle of that. Pop that one right on top. Pop that in the center. Pop that in the center. And throw the old Wi-Fi on top of there. And the lid closes perfectly with not too much fight. This says something good for having good cases with easy zippers, so you don't have to struggle bust too much. All right, so just sort of even it out. And that's it. Just give it a little close. And again, super simple to lock these babies up. I like how you can easily do this with one hand. Then this is the gun locks. Just pop it in the bottom like that. And then you just close it. Boom. Locked up. Your locks. You should get locks that are made for the case, because I've tried many other locks. They end up getting bumped off or broken. So because these are made for this kind of setup and good to go, this case does come equipped. Don't hit the camera. It does come equipped with wheels and really sturdy sliders. Easy handles for getting in and out. And I like the fact that the handles are flat, so not too much drama there. I also like the fact that this handle lifts up instead of bends, right? But it stays out of the way. The Pelican, you got to flip it up. So I kind of like that better on this particular case. And then it has a vent to release from the air pressure. When you first get down, you won't be able to open your case. This one breathes it out for you. And then this handle stays out of the way when you don't need it. So there it is. There is my Rode camera kit. My whole setup for going and doing shows. We have two of these. I'll show you the other one that's built in the Pelican case, which is why the second one is built in this, because I like this case better. Pelican kind of fits a little bit more stuff, but I'll show you that once I get to Chicago.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver